Let's set the stage. Imagine you're steering a ship in the middle of a cyclone. That's what banking in Sri Lanka felt like during 2021 and 2022, and Sampath Bank was right in the thick of it. Now, you might be wondering, what exactly shook the foundation? Foreign reserves dried up, inflation shot past 60%, and the rupee lost over half its value. For banks, technical terms like non-performing loans, that's when borrowers just can't pay back, and FX losses, foreign exchange hits from dollar debts became daily headaches. Picture this: thousands of customers unable to pay loans, the bank's income shrinking, and the risk of default soaring. It's a classic liquidity crunch. Think of a dam running low on water but still needing to irrigate a vast field. How did Sampath respond? By shoring up capital buffers, essentially, keeping extra reserve sand, slashing unnecessary expenses. They doubled down on risk management, which is like tightening every bolt before a storm. Here's the twist. While some banks wobbled, Sampath managed to stay afloat thanks to prudent planning and a culture of resilience. The question is, could they turn crisis into opportunity? Fast forward to 2023, and you'll see a different story. Sampath Bank didn't just recover, they roared back. Let me give you the numbers. Profit after tax doubled to over LKR 20.9 billion. That's a 103% leap in a single year. But what fueled this comeback? The key was net interest income, basically. The money banks earned from lending minus what they paid depositors, which shot up 23%. The bank's overall operating income hit nearly LKR 97 billion. That's like a patient not only leaving the ICU, but running a marathon. Now, you might ask, is this just luck or smart strategy? Sampath kept its Tier 1 capital ratio at 13.1%, well above what regulators require. That's their financial shock absorber, a bit like airbags in a car. Their return on equity, or ROE, was 15.34%. which means for every rupee shareholders invested, they got 15 cents back in profit. Sampath didn't just play defense, they rolled out digital banking upgrades, introduced AI-powered chatbots for customer service, and expanded SME small and medium enterprise services. These moves boosted fee-based income, which is income not tied to loans. And here's a story. A small business owner I spoke to said Sampath's digital loan approvals cut her waiting time from weeks to hours. When a bank innovates under pressure, the whole economy feels the difference. Now, let's not sugarcoat things. The storm clouds haven't fully cleared. Inflation, though lower, remains a nagging problem. Have you noticed how cautious people still are about big purchases? That's a sign of fragile consumer confidence. And then there's the government's domestic debt restructuring, or DDR. Think of it as rearranging the national credit card bill. Nobody knows exactly what's coming next. And that uncertainty seeps into every bank boardroom. So, how does Sampath defend its turf? They're using risk-based lending, only financing borrowers who meet stricter credit criteria. It's like a doctor only prescribing strong medicine when absolutely necessary. They're also diversifying income streams, more digital services, more foreign currency remittances coming in from overseas workers. On top of that, Sampath is tightening internal governance and compliance. That's bank speak for toughening the rules and double-checking every loan. In other words, they're not letting history repeat itself. So, the bank's strategy? Grow cautiously. Take calculated risks, but don't gamble. It's a balancing act, and so far, Sampath's walking the line. Let's peer into the future. Sampath isn't just playing catch-up, they're aiming to lead the next wave. Their focus? Digital transformation and sustainability. What does that mean in practice? More powerful online and mobile banking platforms, plus AI-driven customer service and fraud detection. Here's a technical term: green financing. That's when banks fund projects like solar power, sustainable agriculture, or energy-efficient factories, putting their money where the planet needs it most. Sampath's betting that tomorrow's economic winners will be both tech-savvy and eco-conscious. You may be thinking, will this really matter for small businesses? Absolutely. By expanding microfinance and SME lending, Sampath's reaching people who were often left out of the traditional banking system. Imagine a rural farmer getting a digital loan for drip irrigation. Suddenly, technology and sustainability come together. Of course, these ambitions come with challenges: new regulations, cybersecurity threats, and the pressure to prove real impact. But with strong leadership and a proven track record, Sampath looks ready to help shape Sri Lanka's recovery, not just survive it. So, can a bank be both a financial powerhouse and a force for good? Sampath Bank is betting on it, and if they succeed, the ripple effects could be felt across the whole economy.